Thinking of moving to Naperville, but you're not quite sure where the perfect spot is for you, your family, maybe you're bringing some furry friends with you as well and you need some extra space for them. I'm going over all the best spots in the different sections of Naperville because there are some big differences between the different areas of town. So if you want to know all the best neighborhoods to live in, then stay tuned. What's happening, everybody? This is Austin Weiss, your go-to real estate agent right here in the Chicago Metro. So this video is going to be my updated introduction video of my 5-part vlog series discussing the different sections of Naperville to give you a better idea of how those different areas of town could fit your lifestyle. Now, each part of my series will explain the pros and cons of living in those areas and give you a glimpse of what it's actually like to live there. And if you find any value in this video or any of my videos, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap that bell so you don't miss out on any of my future content. It also helps my videos reach out to more people that are just like you looking for awesome real estate advice when moving anywhere in the Chicago Metro. And if you have questions about anything I talk about in today's video, definitely leave me a comment down below. And if you are thinking about making a move anywhere in the Chicago Metro, you can always reach out to me by phone, text, email, days, nights, weekends, and I would love to connect with you and help you in any way possible. So without any further delay, let's hop right into section number 1, which is the southwest corner of Naperville. Now, some of the top neighborhoods in this section of town for livability include White Eagle, Stillwater, Tallgrass, and Ashbury, which is actually the largest subdivision in the entire community of Naperville. Most of the homes in those neighborhoods I just mentioned were built in 1990 or newer. Some of the newest neighborhoods in this area of town include Wagner Farms and Ashwood area, which were built in the last few years. The reason I mentioned that these are the top areas for livability is because most of the elementary schools are located directly in the neighborhood, with some of the junior highs as well. And all of these subdivisions include a pool club membership directly in the subdivision. All you have to do is apply for it. If there's a waiting list, you wait and you can get on there, and it's awesome for the kids in the summertime. Now, the vast majority of this section of town will go to the Indian Prairie School District number 204, featuring Waubonsie Valley and Neuqua Valley High Schools, some of the top high schools in the entire state of Illinois and the country. The southernmost tip in the South Point neighborhood will go to the Plainfield School District number 202 to Plainfield North High School. The Naperville Crossing Shopping Center will be your main shopping and restaurant hub right here in this section of town. In the same area, there's also an Amazon Fresh store, a Costco, a Wayback Burger, and Dave's Hot Chicken. I cannot wait to go there and try it out. It just recently opened. There's also an Andy's Ice Cream, which I visit pretty much every single time I'm out showing houses in that section of town. There's also the nicest of the 3 public libraries in Naperville, the 95th Street Library. It's absolutely stunning and it has all the materials you need for yourself and your little ones, and there's a brand new 95th Street Community Plaza directly out front. There are 3 golf courses in this section of town, including the 2 public courses, Tamarack and Springbrook. The 1 private course, membership only, is the White Eagle Country Club, part of the White Eagle subdivision I mentioned earlier, and there are some fantastic sports complexes and recreation areas in this section of town, including the Frontier Sports Complex and Commissioners Park. Now, both areas include a biking trail and jogging path that runs directly through the middle of the park, and they connect various surrounding neighborhoods. They also have skate parks, turf fields, under the lights, volleyball courts, basketball courts, and they even have some fishing areas. So if you're into that sort of activity, that's a great spot to go catch the big bass. And the western half of the Springbrook Prairie Forest Preserve is located in the southwest section of Naperville. The Forest Preserve features plenty of biking and jogging trails. I'm sure in the winter you can also use them for cross-country skiing. There's also plenty of picnic areas, a dog park for your furry friends to run around, and there's also a model airplane hangar, which is kind of cool to go watch the planes for the afternoon float around in the sky. Moving on to the southeast section of Naperville, some of the top neighborhoods for livability include Timber Creek, River Mist, Winding Creek, Breckenridge, University Heights, Royce, River, and the Bonneville Woods area. That's a fantastic spot if you love privacy. Most of the homes were built in the 70s and 80s, but there have been quite a few lots that have been filled in within the last 10 to 15 years, with a few available options for new builds if you want to customize a home. A large portion of the DuPage River flows through this area with some really beautiful homes along the river. If you want to know more about life living on the river, you can watch my Floating Down the DuPage River video right here. Running parallel along the river is the DuPage River Trail. It's a fantastic spot to get some biking, jogging, and rollerblading in, and it connects various parks throughout Naperville, including the DuPage River Park, which features ball fields, tennis courts, and a roller rink. And it also connects to Whalen Lake, which is a fantastic area to get some boating and fishing done. Directly next door to Whalen Lake is the dog park. So if you have a furry friend, you can go there with a permit for the afternoon, watch your buddy run around in the forest and fields and play with other dogs from the area. Most of the southeast section will be Naperville School District number 203, feeding into Naperville Central High School, located just outside of downtown Naperville. And there's a few subdivisions as well that are part of the Indian Prairie School District number 204, feeding into Neuqua Valley and Waubonsie Valley High School. The main spots to shop in this area are Market Meadows and Fox Run Square, which are directly across the street from each other, hugging Napier Boulevard. It features a Jewel Osco and Mariano's grocery store, and there's about a dozen different banks, so you definitely will have options to put your money. Also, Napier Brook Golf Course is in the southeast section of town, so if you want to lose a ton of balls, go play that links course, because that's a lot of fun. And Napier Boulevard Public Library is also featured in this area of town, along with the Knocknalls Park, featuring an 18-hole Frisbee golf course, and the Nature Center, which was just built a few years ago. Along the eastern half is the Green Valley Forest Preserve, which is an awesome area to kind of explore the forest. And there's a lookout where you can see downtown Chicago. And the other half of the Springbrook Prairie Forest Preserve can be found here, so I definitely recommend checking it out. Hey, if you're finding value in anything that I'm talking about in this video, make sure to hit that like button and leave me a comment down below with any questions or comments you may have. Making our way north to the central section of Naperville, this is actually the area that both my wife and I were raised in. Some of the top neighborhoods for livability include the surrounding neighborhoods of downtown Naperville, Hobson West, East and West Highlands, Huntington Estates, West Wind. The historic district has some fantastic historical homes featuring Victorian homes and American Foursquares, and the manor homes along Hobson Road. If you want to know more about the specific homes, you can watch my Living in Central Naperville video right here. Most of this area of town will feed into Naperville School District number 203, so that's Naperville Central and Naperville North High School. And there's a few different areas that will feed into District 204, where you go to Mattia Valley High School. Just outside of downtown, you can find Edwards Hospital, along with North Central College. And speaking of downtown Naperville, it is one of the best downtown areas in the entirety of the Chicagoland area. It has fantastic shopping, nightlife, restaurants, and the award-winning Riverwalk. It's the #1 Riverwalk in the entire state of Illinois. You can take your family down there, go walk along the river, check out the wildlife, the parks, the gardens, and just enjoy nature. It also has Rotary Hill, which is the best sledding hill in the wintertime. It's also an awesome concert venue in the summer, and at the base of Rotary Hill is the iconic Carillon Tower, which has quickly become the symbol of Naperville. And if you're into activities other than shopping and nightlife, you can do some trap shooting at Sportsman's Park. Directly across the street is Knock Park, which they've recently renovated, so I'd highly encourage you to go check out the upgrades they made. Centennial Beach is the go-to swimming hole in this area. It's a former quarry that they have since converted into a swimming hole, which I talked about in great length in my vlog video. They also use Centennial Beach for the swimming portion of the yearly Naperville Sprint Triathlon. Nichols Library can also be found right downtown across the street from the Riverwalk. It's the oldest of the 3 public libraries in Naperville. And they also have the Naperville Country Club just off of Chicago Avenue. So if you're into a private golf course membership only, that's the spot to go to in this particular section of town. And because of its proximity to Chicago, you can hop on the Metro train along Route 59 or the Naperville train station and get downtown Chicago in about 30 minutes on the Express, with quick access to the highways to get to any other suburbs or downtown Chicago. Last but certainly not least, the northern section of Naperville. Some of the top neighborhoods in this area for livability include Atwater, which was recently built within the last few years, Crest Creek, which surrounds the Crest Creek Country Club, and it's a membership-only course, Saybrook, Brookdale, and the area around 5th Avenue Station. A lot of commuters live there because it's a quick walk to the train station and a quick train ride into the city, which we've already touched on. This area has easy access to both train stations and the highway entrance. This is also where a lot of the business district in Naperville is located. Quite a few mid-rises along the highway, as well as industrial parks. Some of the best recreation in Naperville can be found right in the northern section of Naperville, including Nike Sports Complex. It has turf fields, volleyball courts, basketball courts, and a pavilion for concessions and picnics. It has lights so you can play well into the evening. McDowell Grove Forest Preserve, which is one of my favorite areas because it's absolutely stunning and beautiful. It has a kayak launch, plenty of spaces for fishing along the DuPage River, and has a bike path through the woods that connects to the northern half of the DuPage River Trail, which we've already talked about, that flows all the way to the southern end of Naperville. And there's plenty of shopping along the Ogden Avenue corridor, including a brand new Costco and Amazon Fresh store, and Freedom Commons is the go-to place for restaurants. They also have an iFly right there, but for restaurants, they have a Cooper's Hawk Winery, a Maggiano's, Granite City Brewery, and a white chocolate grill. So if you're looking for a tasty treat and don't want to go downtown Naperville, that's the spot to go to. They also have Topgolf, Whirly Ball, and directly next door is the Iron Gate Motor Condo. So if you're into exotic vehicles and cars, you can purchase a condo to store your vehicle or car. I've seen quite a few spaces where people have bought a 2-story condo. They have the garage space on the bottom and then the party space up top with the kitchen, bathroom, and recreation room. But if you have questions about anything I've talked about specifically in this video or any other videos about Naperville or the Chicagoland area, you can always reach out to me by phone, text, email, days, nights, weekends, and I would love for the opportunity to help you in any way possible with your move. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.